Hey everyone, I'm back. So today I'll be talking about people pleasing. And it's something I've just realized I've been doing a lot these days. And I thought I might talk about it because I'm sure I'm not the only one that does that. I'm sure there are other people who do that. And since realizing that people pleasing is not good for your mental health at the long run, I thought maybe I should talk about it, right? And before I begin, I am no psychologist, I'm no therapist, I'm not a professional when it comes to mental health issues. I am just talking about things that have happened to me, and in hopes that someone may listen and then say, "Oh, okay, this was helpful. I'm going to look into it more." So whenever I talk about it, I mean, look into it more, right? Because I don't consider myself a professional, right? But yes, I'm going to talk about people pleasing. I will start with the definition that I found on cambridge.org. And people pleasing is someone who cares a lot about whether people like them and always wants others to approve of their actions, right? And one of the things that I used to do a lot, and I still do sometimes, is I always apologize constantly. And even when you think about it, when I would have I wouldn't say fight, but when I would have disagreements or even fights with people who were in my life, I would just apologize, even if sometimes they said something about me that wasn't true. That they would, so sometimes I've had people who did some character assassination about me, but I'm not gonna say who. But yeah, even when people would say things about me, and it was always like this horrible things that how they would see me, and I'll just apologize constantly and just say, "Oh, I'm sorry," because I didn't want to lose certain people, for example. So I would apologize even when I knew I didn't do anything wrong, right? So having had many discussions with, my twin brother, we talked about people pleasing, and then I've talked about it a bit with my best friend Rachel, and I talked to my therapist, psychologist, and um, help groups, to talk about those things. I do think mental health issues is very important, and that it is important to be able to find help if possible, right? So while we were talking about people pleasing, I remember I talked to my psychologist. I came back, talked about it to my brother and my best friend Rachel, and then I went on my Instagram because I have an Instagram page, and I don't know, I'm laughing about it, but still, and I found this page called on Instagram called the Anxiety Healer, and lo and behold, she was talking about people pleasing. So I'm going to put the link of the page where so you can find it on Instagram. So she wrote 10 signs that you people please. And as I was reading those ten signs, I was like, oh my god, that's so me, that's so me, right? Sometimes when you read something and you're just like, oh, this is so me. So as I was reading it, I was like telling me, oh, why do I do that? Why do I always do that? And I'm going to name just a few, because I don't do every single thing she wrote, but I'm going to name a few that I do, right? That I do. Well, yeah, I'm just going to continue. So, the first sign: change your behavior to please others. Now, that is something I did a lot. And I think I did that. It's something I did automatically when I was young, due to the fact that I'm a homosexual, I'm a gay man, and I am, I still am a little bit. But when I was young, I was very, effeminate, as people would say, flamboyant in a way, and I had to learn how to, hide that. I had to change my behavior, change who I was. I am a person with, I believe in feminine energy and masculine energy, healthy masculine energy, and I remember I was very, I would say flamboyant. I don't know if flamboyant was the word, but I did have a strong feminine energy that would come out, and it would come from the inside and to the outside, right? And I remember when people would see me, they would just be confused and say, "Why do you act this way?" And I still have my feminine energy. I'm still a bit flamboyant, if you could say that. I can be, and so yes, I used to change my behavior just to please society, because people don't particularly like a flamboyant gay man, right? So I found myself just changing my behavior so that other people that look at me don't see me as a gay, flamboyant, and these other, horrible words, sissy, all those things, right? Folle in French, fif if you go in Quebec, and yeah, all those things that were just like, ooh, I literally would change my behavior. I would change the way I talk. I would even look at how my brothers would walk, and I would make sure I walk like them. I really changed who I was just to please people. So that when I read that, I was like, oh, that is so me. And I'm sure some people do that. They do change their behavior in order not to 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 bug someone, or in order to be loved, we'll say, to be respected or something. So this was one of the things I did do a lot. Another thing I would say that I would do was changing my appearance or style to impress myself. So all the things I'm reading is from the Anxiety Healer, right? The signs. And I did do that a lot also. I I would wear clothes. I would go in the store, and then I would see a clothes that was maybe deemed feminine, but I wouldn't buy that. I would make sure I would conform to society. I would make sure that when I go to school, I don't wear a certain shirt, because I didn't want people to view me as a bit different and make fun of me. So I really changed my behavior, my style, and now I'm slowly getting back. I'm wearing things that I wouldn't wear when I was younger, and I do wear now. Of course, I am a bit older, so I don't want to wear things that maybe a teenager or someone in their early 20s would wear. But I'm wearing things that may be deemed as feminine nowadays whenever I go out and all that. So since doing that, I just feel good, right? Before I continue, I'm happy because I do think that awareness, when you're aware of those things, then you can actually do the change, do the work, and you can actually see that people pleasing is not the best thing. Another thing I used to do is I would. I did. I'm just looking because there's one thing I was looking. Struggling to say no. Oh my God, that is something I think I've changed that even in the past 2-3 years. Like sometimes the power of saying no is a wonderful gift. I wouldn't say the power, just the gift of saying no sometimes is a wonderful gift. You don't need to do something just to please someone. And I would say yes to everything. I would say, oh yes, even if I didn't want to, right? So the struggling to say no. Another one that I used to do, lowering your boundaries. Yeah, so I would lower my boundaries. I mean, if you guys saw my last vlog about 2 weeks ago, me and my best friend, we did talk about boundaries. And when you people please, sometimes you lower your boundaries, so you accept things that you shouldn't be accepting, right? Again, I've met a few people, and I've I've talked about in the past. When I was in college, there were a few people who I considered friend who had, racist tendencies, would say racist things, and I would still want to be friends with them because I want, I you know I thought that I won't have many friends. I want them to be comfortable around me, and if they said something that was slightly racist, I would accept it. I wouldn't put boundaries, right? And or else people that would say horrible things about me, things that were untrue about me. Now, trust me, like I do believe, if someone has to say something, um, as to call me out and stuff, I'm always willing to hear. But I have been around people who would constantly, or occasionally, would say negative things about me, and I remember at some point it really hurt me, and then I realized I was lowering my boundaries. I was actually lowering my boundaries so that so I could please everyone, right? And Mm, I don't do that now. I've learned how to put boundaries, and lowering your boundaries goes hand in hand with people pleasing, right? Another one that I would do. Um, hold on, hold on. Yeah, I think those are the few things I would do in the past, right? And yeah, I feel like it is important that you know I think pleasing someone is very important. You have to please your loved ones, do things that are nice for your loved ones, right? But if you constantly people please someone, you will lose yourself. And I came to a point in my life where I totally lost who I was. You know, I would say yes all the time. I would lower my boundaries and let people say who I was by vilifying me. And I say, oh, maybe they are right. I would, all the things I named, right? All the things I said in the past, not in the past, but I've talked about in this vlog, um, really made it so I lost the person I was. So I say, don't people please. It is very unhealthy for your mental health. It's something that I do believe that if you have the habit to do that, for example, always apologizing, even when sometimes you don't need to apologize. The problem isn't you. The problem is the other person, right? Don't do it, right? So my a little caution that I would say is be very careful, be cautious. Don't people please because you want people to like you. Show who you are, show your authentic self, and that's what I'm doing now. I I try not to people please anymore because I know who I am. I, I think we're always changing, and I think we're always growing, we're always learning who we are as we grow. But I think I'm getting slowly into that point in my life where I'm comfortable with who I am, where I'm comfortable with with the boundaries I have to put, where I don't really apologize just to apologize all the time, and I'm starting to people please less, and it's so good. So I think it's done. My vlog was a bit all over the place. Again, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a psychologist, I am not a professional. As I said, I believe that I'm just talking about those things so you can hear it, and then seek help if you think that you do need to seek help, because I do think mental health is important for your health. So this is it, guys. This is the end of my vlog. Thank you so much for listening. If you got to here, thank you for watching and listening. If you like my vlog, then like, comment, and subscribe. It would help. And yeah, I'll see you guys on another vlog. Thank you for watching. Have a good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Bye.